Now, Anunnaki versus Jesus, right? How can people accept Anunnaki is going to return, but they can't accept the return of Christ? And then what goes on is this is polarity. Polarity is you cannot do two things at once in your mind. So if you already disagreeing with something, you're not going to agree with it. Instead of trying to figure out what the Bible is talking about, they go and look for everything outside the Bible. Anunnaki is Babylon. Babylon is already mentioned in the Bible. And you can look up why the Anunnaki is not the people that's going to assist you, because they already destroyed the planet. They destroyed Mars. So for thinking the people that destroyed Mars is going to come to Earth and help Earth when they already destroyed the planet, that's what a lot of people are wrong. And if they also learn about who Marduk is the one that came from Enlil. So that's the same way as Jesus coming from Yahweh. This is the same deity, but what he does is he goes to different planets. And in the whole Bible, Jesus is not in flesh. He's a spirit speaking from beginning to end. He was speaking as the light, you know what I'm saying, assisting and saving people. And then in the New Testaments, he's not the one in, like, the time that they're writing the New Testaments, he's already had his crucifixion. So it was like 15, 20 years after the crucifixion. And if anybody knows how grievance work, you can still feel the nostalgic eras of when you had your people because they're gone. So it's like that feeling isn't gone, that memory isn't gone. So that's what happened with him. He was still in their loving memory so they could create the story. And then the last one to pass is John the Apostle. The rest of them get tortured. So all of them have something crazy happen to them because they spreading the word. But while they spreading the word, if you start reading the Bible, a lot of people got further away from God instead of getting closer to God. So when you have somebody close to God giving messages from him and they listening to the serpent, they going to attack him because they listen to the one that's giving them the gifts that they want, the instant gifts, without it being longevity, something that's going to last for some time. Then turning water into wine, wine is classic, right? Wine is something that ages. So if it ages, it has better taste. So what's going to happen is if you read the words and you're too young to understand what he's saying then, it's going to have better taste later because you're going to start seeing that you want to use the conversations like he did, where you're paying attention to the tone, the energy, and it's body language. Body language is very important. It told us about body language in Cain's story. And then you can see in Jesus' story, if you really have an active imagination, he's telling people things that they're going to do before they do it because he either foreshadowed or he just knows. That's why it's like this is a powerful man, but it's a powerful deity. He didn't take the role. It's just a man.